This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. Today in the arena, it's a white deck that gains life. What has happened to CGB? So if you listen to the Arena Craft podcast about 2021 Standard, you know that Arjuna and I both agreed that the white life gain deck has enough synergy and power to compete in the format, and we think it's the best aggro deck. And so I thought it was a good opportunity to show you the build that I had and to show you how it works, and specifically what everybody is asking, what everybody wants to know. How does it beat Simic Adventures? The deck that launched 1,000 metagame complaints and angry comments. So yeah, Simic Adventures. Since I put out that video, it's going on 100,000 views. It will probably get there. And it seems like it's about 1 out of every 3 decks that I play. And my Twitter feed pretty much every day includes some amount of either DMs or tags saying, CGB, how do we beat the darn Simic Adventure deck? Now you have to beat it. And we're going to be working on that this week. I have a few decks that can compete with it. And generally speaking, you either need unblockable, untouchable damage, or you need a steady stream of cards to keep up with their stream of cards so that you can keep pressure on them. You can't run out of cards. Like if you take a turn off against that deck, you are done. And if you have a turn where you're just not getting damage in, you are probably done. So in order to keep the pressure on, this deck has a few really fun tricks. The biggest being Alseid of Life's Bounty, which lets you get your large creatures through for more and more damage, and you get it back again and again, hopefully with Lurrus. But there are more tricks than that. First of all, we'll cover kind of the cards and maybe come up with the tricks as we go, especially the cards you may not have expected. Selfless Savior, you end up needing this a lot. There are many Bone Crusher Giants in the format. This can save a creature from a Bone Crusher Giant because it's not preventing damage. Indestructible is an ability. So you end up using the Savior a lot. It's also good in conjunction with Lurrus. You actually need to use it a lot to keep attacking the opponent with your lifelink creatures to keep your life total going up. And we'll get to why Basri Ket does the same thing. But very often you end up sacrificing your Savior just so you can keep attacking with lifelinkers so that your Speaker of the Heavens turns on. Speaker taps for a 4/4 Angel if you have 27 life. You have to do it as a sorcery. I don't know anybody who's ever messed that up. But the Speaker is one of the key cards in the deck. And if you get to 27 life and start cranking out angels, every deck in the format has a tough time keeping up with a free angel token every single turn. The Glass Casket and the Banishing Light are here to clear the way. Sometimes you just need to get the last few points through and you get your opponent down to 1 blocker. These do the job. You really want to avoid Exile. Like, the reason I play these in this deck, I hate them in the format because they get blown up by Artifact and Enchantment Hate, like Gemraiser. They get exiled by Ugin and the opponent gets their stuff back. The reason it works here is because we're trying to kill them fast. I don't like these cards in decks that don't kill the opponent very quickly because they just end up 2-for-1ing you later. The card comes back and ruins you, and it's such a blowout when it happens. So for me, you want to play these on the lethal turn. Like, I don't usually, if I have a choice, I don't usually Glass Casket and Edgewall Innkeeper on turn 2. Let them have their cards. You need a battlefield. Just try to Glass Casket the thing and then kill them. Next up, the Hallowed Priest. A lot of people don't know. This one was put in Arena through the new player decks, so it just kind of got added. You can craft it for uncommon wild cards, and you can play it in best of 1 standard. It is 1 and a white, 1/1. Whenever you gain life, put a counter on it. It's a weaker Pridemate, but it has arguably better types being human, so that may come up later if there's human tribal. And yeah, often we didn't really care that our Pridemate was 1 larger or 1 smaller. It was normally big enough, and this deck can certainly create giant Hallowed Priest, and you need it. You need something huge to force through your opponent's defenses to kill them, using, of course, the Life's Bounty to give protection. Daxos. You need the life gain triggers, it does the thing. You know how that works. Same thing with Heliod, same thing with Linden. If you've seen any life gain deck, you've seen these work together. If you've seen any sacrifice deck, you've seen Lurrus and like Selfless Savior type cards working together. But definitely watch out for turns where you have a Lurrus and you have a Life's Bounty, and you can give your Hallowed Priest protection from, say, green, and then you bring the Life's Bounty back, sacrifice it again thanks to Lurrus, and you give it protection from, say, blue, and then you get through for the lethal damage that you need. Those things come up. Basri Ket is a pretty important planeswalker in the deck. You don't want to draw more than one, but the opponent has a hard time removing it if they're on the defensive, which is what this deck strives to do. And the +1 makes your lifelink creature like Alseid or Speaker indestructible so that you can keep attacking with it and keep gaining life. This is very important early in the game. What I alluded to with the Savior, Basri lets you do with the Speaker and the Life's Bounty every turn while making them larger, and helps you hit that 27 life that you need. Because if the opponent has, say, a Fae of Wishes that can block these all day, then you're not going to be able to have this free source of life gain every turn because you need to be attacking to do it. Even with the Linden, you need to be attacking to do it. So Basri is mostly there for the +1. The -2 is kind of a thing you can do with Daxos that's really exciting. And the -6 can be a game winner. So watch out for that. That is, it comes up a lot faster than people realize with Basri. The final card is Elspeth Sun's Nemesis. And actually, the -3 for 5 life becomes very key at turning on Speaker out of nowhere. The Devotion is very key for turning on Heliod, and the -1 with the +2/+1 on some lifelinkers can be very key for keeping pressure up. The tokens, you end up making a lot of human tokens, but they're not as important as you might think they are. All right, I've introduced the cards in the deck and why they're there. All of them have pretty good reasons. You're welcome to suggest adding cards to this deck in comments. Like, I won't ever stop you from doing that, but you should probably at least try to suggest what isn't very good and what you would take out, because this is a pretty full deck, and I think 24 land is a good number, because look at all the 3-drops. If you don't hit land drop 3, and therefore don't continue moving up your lands, then you're going to end up in a lot of trouble. Plus you have Castle Ardenvale to make 1/1s and keep attacking the opponent. Really good against control strategies. Today, we're going to have more of it at the end, so you don't have to click away from the video right now, but today's video is brought to you by Esports Gold. Esports Gold has been supporting the channel for a really long time, so it would mean a lot to me if you would click a link in the description or in the comments below and check out their website, because they definitely don't have to support a Magic streamer. They certainly are hoping to build their brand, but they don't cover Magic the Gathering, but they cover a lot of other games you might be interested in. You can follow your favorites. You can do fantasy betting if that is your thing. Make sure you are allowed to, and that is legal where you live and for your age. 2020 promo codes through Wikibuy, you can check those out, and there is a giveaway. So lots of reasons to check in every day, as well as articles and updates about what's going on in the world of esports. So thank you very much for checking out Esports Gold. Now let's dive in and let the life gain nonsense begin. That's a hand. This hand does stuff. To the heavens. Start sending that message. Are we mono green? Oh, if you don't start this format with Lovestruck Beast, like, what are you actually doing with your existence, right? Alright, well, the Life's Bounty's gotta go. Because we gotta keep the pressure on him, we gotta gain the life, and we can get it back later with the Lurrus. That is rough. Priest, okay. So the mana efficient play is Linden. The Hallowed Priest, it could come down now, but we're not gaining the life until next turn. It'll be a solid attacker next turn, but the Lovestruck Beast really doesn't care. This is rough. I think we need to get this growing. I think we play it like we attack with this next turn to grow this, and then we play this and get it back, maybe? No, we also have to play the Linden. Alright, fine. This is not good. My goodness, the curve these green decks get just for having one card, Lovestruck Beast, is kind of insane. It's going to keep getting bigger. It's going to keep getting bigger, but so is our Priest in theory, so I think we take it. Usually want to use your life as a resource with this deck. Alright, so here's the Priest. Here's the Bounty. It can protect whichever creature the Lovestruck Beast wants to block, so we can get growing. It does suck to throw these away for like kind of these micro gains, but what else are you gonna do? Just an average draw if they have a removal spell or the Great Henge here. The Uprising, okay, it's like a Great Henge light. And they have a Goose. Okay, well, at least it's not quite as scary as the Great Henge. And if they had a removal spell, I think they'd use it there. Here comes the Horn Beetle. Do we trade? A trade here is interesting because in theory we can get it back with Lurrus, but I don't think so. I think we have to find ways to be aggressive. So no blocks. Another Priest. So we attack with this because we're going to get it back with the Lurrus anyway, and we want to build a large attacker and start pressuring the opponent's life total. Our life total rebuilds, theirs doesn't. So hitting them and growing our creatures is a big deal. Here's Lurie. Speaker returns. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. We can make the jump to 27 in theory. Don't know if it would be worth it, but if we get back a Life's Bounty to protect a key piece like the Speaker, it might be very good. Gargs. Alright. The opponent's going to try to fight the value game with us. Their go big green plan. Also attacking here, you know. If the opponent gets damage through, it's going to be really hard to get to 27, but we have to keep taking it. We do have this 7/7 that's getting larger coming at you. That's a draw. But we definitely, I think we want to play this. Our opponent's at 11. If we put this out and put this out with protection, it can protect from one of the two. We end up losing something. The other option is to play both of these and we have protection from anything. Wait, do we have lethal? We have lethal. Lethal's better. Lethal's better. I name green. I name green. And if we don't want to attack into the Gargaroth where they can gain 3 life, so we would only attack with these 2, and the Linden triggers would put 1 more counter, or 2 more counters on the Priest, which would serve up the lethal damage. Let's go Basri. Basri giving this indestructible lets us keep getting in to grow the priests. The priesties, the priesti, the human clergy. I know I did that wrong. Somebody's triggered. Somebody's triggered. The clergy. Not clergy. Come on. Come on, CGB. Alright, while we wait for our opponent, never mind. No time for lava snakes. Unique time for lava snakes. Boom! No sound effect though. Pixelated AF. Again? We have to do this again. Alright, let's play this, and do we start growing it now? If we play the Linden next turn, we're going to want to get in and gain the life and have it be a 3-3. So yeah, I guess we offer the trade. It worked out last game. Yeah, it's a combo. Card touching psychopath. Yeah, play your tap land. Play your tap land and suffer my wrath. What will happen next? 22 life, speaker awaits. Love struck beast mode. Alright. Basriket. Bestow indestructibility and a +1/+1 counter on Linden. And attack with the creatures. Would you like to trade for the priest? If you do, you have no board presence, which is why I'm fine with it. Yep, beastie down. Speaker, we're at 24. 24 is close. If this is indestructible and these both attack next turn, that will do it. But does the opponent have Brazen Borrower? Do they have Bone Crusher Giants? Do they have the nightmare cards of the format? We also have to close before they can go fetch and Ugin. They haven't ramped yet, so we've got a few turns until then. There it is. There's the bone. And an Innkeeper. Yep, let the free card draw begin. Let double free card draw begin. Good times. Wish I had you earlier, doggy boy. Alright, let's go. Let's power up. We're gonna have to draw a life's bounty and try to ninja this. We get their life total low, then we give protection from a key color, then we get in there. This could ultimate too, -6. At the beginning of combat on your turn, create a 1/1, then put a counter on each creature you control. That can be a lot to handle. Opponent makes a white creature. That's obnoxious. Draw 2 when you make a 5/5. Not bad. It's good magic. Not what we needed. Alright. Who gets indestructible? The doggo can save something, but I don't know if we want to put that on our puppers. I think we just attack with it if we know something's going to be blocked by the beast, though. Yeah, let's make Linden indestructible. She the queen. Let's get our triggers on. Okay, that is a trade. They may as well. They're drawing 2 cards for every 5/5 jump blocker that they make, which is not the worst. That is not the worst. Bone Crusher, draw 2. Seems fine. Anytime. When to brazen borrow something. There's a real science to it, guys. You gotta dig your brain deep into its big brainy place and figure that out. All right.
This is the yield of our crop.
Counters. We gotta go wide.
Move as one.
Must go wide. The emblem is a 1/1 soldier and a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control at the beginning of combat. If they have a Brazen Borrower, this is a ridiculously slow roll for the card. You might want to block... Oh, they've got the Borrower. I was going to say block the Priest, but they're not going to. I've got no time for that. I'm annoyed. I'm deeply annoyed. I hate being the one on the aggro deck when the opponent is drawing multiple cards. I don't think there's any feeling I hate more in Magic. When we've drawn like 2 lands in a row and the opponent's drawing 4 cards a turn. Oh, that burns me up. Let's go with this card though. It's not gonna kill him. Not until we get clear of the Bone Crusher, but anyway, counters.
Like a sandstorm.
Get him. The bounty can't get the Linden through until the opponent only controls creatures of one color or we have multiple bounties. So we may as well wait. I wish I hadn't attacked with the token last turn into the Bone Crusher. I had a read on the Borrower. If I was really confident, I should have just held on to that token. Having another attacker here that's a 4/4 would make a big difference. It wouldn't be a turn with this opponent without the rope. Hello, rope, my old friend. I've come to rope with you again. They could make a mistake here. They didn't block, they're dead. Like, they're gonna go for Brazen Borrower. We're going to name protection from blue. They had to block that. Blue. I take those wins. I take those wins. All day. Okay. I've been known to keep a sketch hand on this channel, but not this one. I also really want to see more Daxos in my hand, because we haven't been playing that card today. This hand is also really bad, but we are going to keep it and hope we draw into some of our synergy big hitters, or that Banishing Light and Elspeth can do enough on their own. But I think this hand is a rip. Game over, man. That's what I think this is. Alright, let's... this is awkward. But I think we play the Speaker here. If the opponent wants to attack us, that would be a bit of an oops. We could just let that through and then get our attacks in. But let's see what happens. Robber. Okay. Let's see how they play it. Both attack. So we can go like this and this. And sack this here to protect this and make it indestructible, which eats the Arsonist, and the Arsonist can't kill the Speaker. So they may as well go face. Is it just me? Like, this is an arena thing, right? This card was made a long time ago, but the may deal 1 damage to any target? Come on. Come on. Do we play the Banishing Light and fight for the board? We don't have many resources left. I feel like we let our opponent play Robber, and we use this on Annex and Torbran only. If we were at 22 instead of 21, I think I might have used the Banishing Light there just so I could Elspeth -5 make an Angel, or gain 5 make an Angel. Now that's pretty much off the table. Okay, Rim Rocks. Free attack here though. If we play Elspeth and make the tokens, how good is that? The opponent's almost ready for the Embercleave. If they use it getting rid of the Elspeth though, I guess that's really good. Then we can Banishing Light the Embercleave.
The tide of courage will bloom in all who seek
Elspeth
justice.
might rejoin the party later. I feel like we're on like one of our worst draws and on a mulligan, otherwise I'd usually want this matchup. But who knows? Things could change in a heartbeat. Heliod's a good card, they're going face. That seems like an Embercleave. What if we just took it? Yeah, go ahead, cleave. Yep. I don't think throwing away any tokens is the right play. Down to 8. Opponent is at 18. There's a Daxos, but we can't play that and play the Banishing Light. This has a lot of toughness, though. And we can play the Priest, too. Like, there's a lot we can do here. Is this going to be enough? Like, is this just going to be big enough to fight the Cleave on its own? I think so. This is 1 life. This is 2/3 with the Daxos. This is 4. So this is a 5/5. And we have this on the board, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's 5 toughness right there. And it's that or we Banishing Light. I'm doing this. I think it's kind of a weird and gutsy play, but I think it's the play I want to make.
I am proud of my comrades.
And how much attacking do we do? I think we just do this. We might need all these blockers. The key is to make sure we stay alive. Yep. Not surprised to see you. So this is going to be 6 + 6, and that's assuming the opponent doesn't have another Rimrock Knight. I think Daxos has to jump in front. I hope they stack in the wrong order. I really hope they stack in the wrong order here. Because if these die and it gives me life gain triggers, this gets bigger. Do I put this in front? I think we hold it, quite honest. I think we hold it. What does this absorb right now? This absorbs 10, and there's at least 1 life gain trigger, so we're at 13. Now they have to re-equip the Embercleave. Didn't get any life gain triggers? Yeah, because they stacked that correctly. Oops. Alright, now what? This is only on a -1, so it has to pump these two, so these two are attacking.
The heart of a hero beats within your breast.
Give me that Torbran. Alright, this puts us up to 15. Equipping this does 6. We should be attacking with both. We should pressure the opponent now. If they want to trade away their last creature for this speaker, they're in trouble. Alright, we've got a 6/6, they have 10 life and an Embercleave. Land off the top gets back Elspeth. Opponent goes face with the Bone Crusher. That's a large creature, they did need that. If they equip this, that's 8. I think we try to force them to block. Make a blocker out of them. Or card short in the graveyard for the Elspeth. Ugh! Alright, guys. Come on. If they have a Rimrock Knight, that's lethal. Goblin Arsonist, that is a chump blocker. Alright, off the top, it's a dog. And that's game. I think we fought a good fight in this one. I think our draw was pretty weak. They had Torbrand and Embercleave, their best cards. We didn't have Linden or Heliod. We didn't have Daxos early. We didn't have the synergies. I think we put up a good fight. I'm proud of us. Opponent flexing a bit. Make them figure out how to attack with their magic cards. They did it! Big brain located. Some of you are going to think that this works. It doesn't. They only have to deal enough damage to it one time, then the rest still tramples over. That's why I showed it. Bummer. Alright, let's keep this hand. Speaker, Daxos, Basri should be able to pile up some life. Show him what's up. I was talking to God because I'm the speaker of the heavens, and here's what we got to say. Let's get this on the board. No attacks because it's Goblin Arsonist. Mono red in every format, man. But this is good. I want a chance for revenge. I feel like my deck is a lot better than this mono red deck in a vacuum. I've got better synergies. I've got stronger cards. Their only good cards are like Torbrand and Embercleave. Those are very good cards. But I think the white deck synergies are more powerful. And we have a good draw, and this time we're on the play. If we lose this one, I will concede that red is the superior... No, what am I saying? I will never do that. This is never over. Ever. Alright, let's go, little buddy. Let's start making giant lifelink thing to pressure the opponent with. Wish I could have snuck out a savior, but here we go. Epic gamer moment approaching. So, if they have a Rimrock Knight for the robber, and they also have a shock for the speaker, that's very bad for us. But I think otherwise we just try to take these blocks. Part 1, check. Is there also a shock? There's double rock. Okay, I'll take the trade. That's a pretty good one for me. Now we get to play the doggo. That's going to be a lot. Oop, missed a life point there. Oopsie.
Now is the time to strike.
Sequencing. Alright, 3 more life. Thanks to our Sand Walker. And then maybe we make an angel today. Or the red deck just scoops it because they're red and things didn't go well for them. Uh-huh. Yep. Oh, close. It's our first time seeing Heliod today. We're on the draw. I think this is very keepable on the draw. We'll find that land. Our opponent's name is Jankin the Tank. Obviously they're playing mono red. Never mind. Never mind. Let's just pretend that never happened. Me be wrong about what somebody might be playing. Never. Ooze. How fun. This brick wall's the ooze until something dies. Yeah, let's get this on the field. It's really good with the Heliod. The Planeswalker, and well, Heliod's not a Planeswalker, but you get it. It's kind of interesting how he works. Let's go. Come on. Elspeth next turn. Let's make some big enchantment creatures. Pridekin. Okay. Here, kitty kitty. We could take this out. Also, the life we would gain would put a counter on things. If our opponent has a trick, I'm gonna regret this, but I think this is a pretty good block for us. Do you have a trick? I can't even imagine what it would be. Ranger's Guile, maybe? Yeah, I mean, I'll take those counters. I will take those counters. Hello, Heliod. 2 more humans. 2 more life.
Fight beside me.
Counter. Should probably move some of them to these because the opponent could have a Gem Raiser. And that would be epically frustrating. Let's attack with the Heliod because if the opponent kills this, they turn off the Heliod. So holding it back to block is very unreliable. Vivi. The Monster's Advocate. Is it beast time? It sure is. 6/6 Yorvo. Loris can get back the Life's Bounty, and we can use it this turn, but I don't think we have lethal. No, this I think is a Basri Ket and Glass Casket turn. So what do we do with the counters? There's actually a lot to think about. Let's start by helping ourselves out visually. Alright, so we want to get these to 3s so that they can attack really well. I think we want to... 4s would be even better. Is that doable? We can put a plus here, 1, 2, 1, 2. I think so. Hold on. Let's do this instead.
I trust in your abilities.
So now we get 4 more creatures. And let's ignore Vivian. Forget her. I said 4 more creatures. I mean 2 1/1s and 2 counters. My bad. I'm sure I messed up the verbiage there. Alright, how many more of these do we get? 2 entered the battlefield, so we only get 1. So putting them on these is pretty pointless. Put this here. Yeah, sometimes you don't feel like doing that blocker math after a turn like that. I'm reminded of a John Cena quote. Ruthless aggression! I know, it's not a good impersonation. On the play. Let's keep it. Go, speaker, go. Now, for the first time today, would somebody just not play a creature on turn 1? Thank you! Thank you so much. You don't know what this means to me. Let's go, priest. Put the pressure on. Good old Healer's Hawk Pride Mate combo in the future. Lucky Clover. Alright. Yes! 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 This is the match. This is the one matchup where it does this stuff. The Adventure or Simic Adventure, either one, they're in huge trouble. Huge trouble. Double Clover. Alright. Are we thinking of a Brazen Borrower here? Do we have the Beast? We have the Beast. Alright, pretty good start for them. But will it be enough? Unlikely. Alright, we're at 24. We need to get to 27, so we're attacking with all three. We could sacrifice this and get 8 points in on the opponent. I think that's a play. But it could also protect it from a Brazen Borrower in the future. Alright. We use the dog to protect the speaker. Such an epic sound effect for killing a tiny token. Angel! That's a lot of pressure. Although Brazen Borrower is a heck of a magic card. Merfolk Secret Keeper, you. Okay. You. Oh, and you. 4 lands off the top. Yes. Yes. Pristine. I think the opponent's trying to show that this is possibly the deck that Arjuna and I worked on. 3 lands off the top for us. Yes. Yes. Quality. Alright, they're holding up Borrower mana. This might not be over. As a sorcery, let's just do it now. Although, attacking with it, yeah, we should attack with it. Alright, Glass Casket. Into the box. We'll use this to protect the Borrower. Protect from the Borrower, I should say. And now with all those life gain triggers on the stack, the Borrower won't save you. Like, this is going to be the second person who's walked into this today. I mean... Alright, dude. All those life gain triggers, this is going to solo you. Shouldn't have let me declare the attack. Boom. On the draw. Let's hope it holds up, because it could be good. But if the opponent makes a Love-Struck Beast... No? Well, that's a good draw. Alright, Speaker, let's go. Let's get in there. Yes, play your Clovers. Yes, yes, yes. One of the only decks that can really punish opponent for spending turn 2 on an artifact. Oh no, not that card, anything but that card. Wow. Look at him go. Alright, how do we do it? We play Linden here. This doesn't really want to attack. We can't get to 27, but this can attack. If we play Basri, get that ticking, this becomes indestructible. These can both attack. Be very aggressive. It's pretty solid.
Join me, and I will protect you as my Oketra's love is your shield.
Oh, really? We're shielding with Oketra's love here? That's what you're telling me? 23. This draw might be too slow. If we had been on the play, I'd be really confident right now, but if the opponent has the Brazen Borrower or the Bone Crusher Giant, rip. Absolute rip. And they always have those cards. Always. Wow, maybe if they touch everything on the board, it will all become clear. Their brain will reach the stratosphere and everything will be better. I actually don't like this bounce very much, but they do get some damage in to try to keep us off of the speaker in the future. So, I think we need to start turning on the Hollowed Priest. So let's lead with that. Then play the speaker. If they had the giant, they would have played it. So I don't think they have a Bone Crusher Giant. And we do need to keep being aggressive. We're going to have to somehow get damage through to them, because the board is about to get mucky. Full of critters. Next turn we can play Linden and hit the 27 mark. The Life's Bounty can keep the speaker alive, and we can make an angel to try to fly through the air. But everything they do is such a groan. That's how you know it's a good deck. When every card they play makes you groan with misery and hatred. Watch them win because of Thornwood Falls. Oh, they're going for Fae. This is Ugin, I'm guessing. My deck can't beat Ugin. It's the big weakness. Storm's Wrath. Okay. Do they know the weakness? Are they aware that I can't beat frickin' Ugin to save my life? Let's find out. That's not Ugin. So they're planning to get back the Storm's Wrath? They think I can't beat Storm's Wrath. I can beat Storm's Wrath. I can beat Storm's Wrath. The question is how. So we can make an angel here, but it gets wrathed, so that's no longer the priority. The priority needs to be to gain as much life as possible so that this priest makes it, and if we keep Linden alive, the Daxos makes it too. We need to be bigger than a Storm's Wrath. We can do that by having Life's Bounty, protecting a Linden. They'll chump block for sure. This gains 2. If we attack with 1 more, we gain 3 and we can make an angel, but it's going to die anyway. I think we go for it. If the opponent takes the trade, who cares? We gain 1 more life. This is 1 more point bigger. 2 more points bigger. But we're not giving up the else. They might just not block it because they see the Life's Bounty. But we're not giving up the Life's Bounty. It has to protect the Linden from the Storm's Wrath. Yeah, they gotta deal with a very large priest. We can also top deck a land, Luris, Life's Bounty, Priest, which might be lethal. They're holding up mana. This is... Are they attacking with the Innkeeper? They are. Okay. Nom. Nope. Not gonna work, man. Red. They did have to get rid of the bounty, though, so they could chump the priest. I guess they have a Fae, too. They had an untapped land. Oh, my goodness. That's not game, though. See? They've got creatures of 2 different colors. So what do we do? What do we do? I think we use this now. No. No. No, 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 no. Basriket. Put the counter on the Linden. The opponent can block it all they want. They have to chump block this. We have a Planeswalker.
Together we are a crop. We grow or wither as one. Now is the
The
time
opponent can't
to
Storm's
strike.
Wrath me without another red source next turn. Alright. If they block the Daxos, who cares? It lives, so we may as well. Hanging on to the Fae. Do they intend to fetch again? They might. Alright. They need to be able to block this priest. They need to get around the Life's Bounty. Here come the manual taps. Do you think it's just dawning on them that they can't Storm's Wrath? Even if they could, it would remove the Fae of Wishes. They need blockers of 2 different colors to stop the priest. Okay. Our opponent discards the Uro. Maybe the plan is to bring Uro back. No, they're fetching. Let's see what they get. They have 3 mana. What do they have that could keep them alive? Stern Dismissal. That's not going to do it. They could bounce the priest, and then we would have 7 attack, but Basri could either use a +1/+1 on the, or a minus to make 2 more creatures, and they die. It's a good hand if we draw the land, and our opponent gives us a second. Playing from behind with these life gain themed hands is always tough. So, we'll see if they have the Bone Crusher. Or if we can start getting some counters on the priest and do some stuff. Offer a trade. Good. Alright, give me that Innkeeper. Put that in a box. Let's not let the opponent draw a billion cards. Thank you. Thank you. Another one. Life is rough. Is it a Brazen Borrower or a Bone Crusher Giant? It's always one of them. Oh, okay, the 1/4. That's really good here, actually. I think we have to get the... I think we have to get Heliod down and hope for the best. Because we need to start putting counters on these things and attacking with it for some chunks of damage. Okay. Not great, but I can live with this. Could be worse. None of it blocks Heliod very well, they just kind of chump. And the Fae wants to be aggressive, get in there for a point. So does the Edgewall Innkeeper. I mean... is this ever going to turn on in this game? Don't think so. Life, little token. So where do our +1/+1 counters go? Let's put them on the Daxos. Try to make a good blocker. Takes 6 and keeps the 1/1. Are they thinking of being aggressive with the beast? I would have thought that was an easy block. So let's see what they have in mind. What does that tell us? I think it means they want to be aggressive. If they had a Brazen Borrower, I thought we would have seen it by now, but maybe they are holding it back. Okay. Unfortunate. They main deck Wilt. Did not expect that one. Yeah, they do want to be aggressive. Their plan is to attack me with Lovestruck Beast. Glad that I let the speaker go. It would be a weird card to hang on to in this scenario. They still have mana open for a Borrower, but they go for a Clover. Alright. That's not a great draw. Alright, Linden, get strong. You've got to be able to spar with Lovey Beast. Nice. I mean, come on now. Did you not see it coming? Go to 3? Dude. Dude, all I gotta do is draw the Life's Bounty. Get some evasion in here. What the? I don't know, man. People don't know how to play against this white deck, man. They just don't know what to do. And the cool kids are back for the post games wrap up, and it looks like a straightforward deck, but there are a lot of decisions. There is math. It's like math in reverse. Trying to get your life total to 27, trying to get enough +1/+1 counters on your creature to make it large enough to keep attacking, and of course then traditional, let's find the lethal kind of math. And for that, I give it a lot of credit. I do think that my opponents often don't know quite how to play against this deck. They don't realize how much pressure they're truly under, and I think that really helped us in the games today. And I don't recommend changes. I think this is the right way to build the deck. You could mess around with the caskets and banishing lights to see if you can do better in those slots, but I do think that this is a good mix of all the legendary cards that are in it, and that the 4-ofs in all the cheaper spots are pretty much untouchable. I don't really have other cards I'd rather be running. So I recommend the build as it is, and I wish you the best of success in the 2021 ladder, and foil those adventure decks, man. Mess them up. Get them. Once again, thank you cool kids for watching to the end of video. Today's video is brought to you by esportsgold.com. Please check the link in the description or below, just above the comments. Usually I remember to pin a comment there. And yeah, just kind of show them some love, because they've been supporting the channel for over a year through tough times, from a point where I was very, very, very small CGB channel. Now we big, strong CGB channel. And a lot of it is because of Esports Gold. So please check out their website, see if there's something there to keep you coming back, bookmark, and check it out every day. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video, where we will continue our march to defeat that which we have created. The Simic Adventure deck must die. See you next time.